Hello and welcome back to Flurry Sports. It's the guys from Lombardi Sweep yet again. Again, you can watch live Lombardi Sweep at this YouTube channel every Wednesday night. And then if you want to listen to it in podcast form, every Thursday that is up. But we are back for Mock Draft Monday, doing another Packers mock draft. Luke Reimer in the middle, Trevor Lane on the right. I am Zach Bruner. And last week we just did a straightforward mock draft. We didn't do any trades. We drafted exactly where the Packers were. And we kind of explained, given where the Packers picks are, that's not going to happen. And then since then, Mark Murphy has come out and said draft day is going to be super interesting, which is a PR move, but it maybe also is alluding to trades and chaos and, reckless tomfoolery and whatnot. They're going to pull off all sort of draft day hijinks. Today, we will dial it back. We will do calculated trades, realistic trades. I think next week we will bring out all of the hijinks, and no one is safe, including Aaron Rodgers. Everyone has a price, and we will field all offers, I would say. Don't you guys think?
100%.
Hijinks and tomfoolery. How old are you?
So old, I've watched the Packers in the 80s, Trevor, so don't tell me anything. That's an inside joke for the people.
The Zach has watched the shenanigans. There's another adjective of the Packers in the 80s.
Also, shitty is a good adjective for the Packers in the 80s. But let's bring this up again. We're going to be using the Pro Football Focus mock draft simulator. This is what I did last time. I don't like using the defaults because I highly doubt people on draft day are going to be looking at the Pro Football Focus rankings to do it. So I like to bring up positional value a little bit. Draft for needs is fine. And then I like to bring up randomness slightly. Again, it just says that they're not going to stick to the Pro Football Focus draft board because they're not. But so we know the Packers have pick 22 and pick 28 in the first round. Oh, yeah. Okay. That kind of confused me because it wasn't there. But yeah. Luke, what do you got?
I don't know when to ask this, so I'm going to ask it now. Zach, maybe you have a little more thoughts on this because I know you said, NFL season, draft is one of your favorite parts of it. Trevor, I'm sure you feel the same. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. You mentioned realistic trades. What do you think is, the most ideal realistic trade for the Packers? I guess we can segue into it from that this year to move up.
To move up?
Yeah.
I don't think the Packers are willing to trade the players they have. I think it's just going to be draft picks packaged together to move up or move back. I could see them trading both of their first round picks because I don't know why the Packers would want to draft that 28 player at pick 28 and then moving up, they're going to get the player they want. But if they can get out of the first round, the money drops down quite a bit as well. I know you don't get the 5th-year option, but I don't think the Packers really care about that. But I don't know. Trevor, do you have thoughts?
I mean, if I'm talking most likely, I'm looking at the 15 to 16 range, maybe even 17, depending on how Olave does, because I think he's probably their guy. But, I mean, I don't think it's anything crazy to say that I don't think there's a chance in hell the Packers are moving up into the top 12, seeing that the Vikings are number 12. I don't think there's a way that happens.
That's fair. And then obviously it goes, where players are dropping too.
I'm also not of the mind that the Packers are going to trade for a player, trade their draft picks for a player right now. The Brandon Cooks thing was stupid. And it's for sure not happening now, but that was never going to happen. I don't think DK Metcalf's going to happen. I could see Terry McLaurin or a player like that the Packers missed out on, and maybe they're trying to repair that. But again, it's just a rental. Packers and Gutekunst in general, they are all just trying to be Ted Thompson 2.0 for better or for worse, and they value their draft picks so crazy much. So I can't imagine they are going to throw away a first or a second round pick when they have the ego that they are going to draft somebody better and cheaper. You know what I mean?
Yep. Shout out! I just want to shout out Brandon Cooks because I saw Field Yates tweet on it. How he has 4 1,000-yard receiving seasons with 4 different teams, and he gets like traded after every year. Shout out to him for getting an extension at one team.
Yeah, and shout out to him for having to stay in Houston as well.
Mm-hmm.
The
Shout
one
out to
place
him
he didn't
for-
want to get extended.
Shout out to him for finally being healthy enough to see one football on the field, much less 2 or 3. So good for him.
That as well. So, again, pick 22, pick 28. If we are going into this draft day targeting a player, who do you guys want to trade up for? Last time we talked a lot about Trevor Penning at right tackle. He's trending up draft boards. So if we wanted to get him, we would have to trade up for him probably. Otherwise, wide receiver is an obvious first-round target for the Packers. Luke, you mentioned Chris Olave. Is that the guy you would want to trade up to target?
Well, I'll throw your question with another question.
Thank you.
I guess I guess both of you. If it's possible, I mean, I would want to trade up for the number one receiver in this draft, whoever that would be. I guess who do you guys? We kind of talked about this last week, but who do you guys think is number one receiver right now in this draft?
I think I like the other Ohio State guy, Garrett Wilson. I think he's probably my favorite receiver in the draft.
And
Agreed.
yeah, and I guess however they rank them, it makes sense to me if they're going to trade up for the best one. Do you see any of these receivers going, top 12?
Yeah. I think one will go. Who's pick 10? Doesn't say. I think the Giants might be pick 10. I could see Washington doing it. I could see somebody trading up to that top 10. People are rumoring maybe Atlanta does something there. So I think there's a chance a wide receiver goes top 10. Yeah.
Okay. I'm always wondering if this is a draft too, kind of like we saw a couple years ago. I remember Josh Doxson was in that draft, where they just went a whole run on receivers. Not that Josh Doxson is a guy to talk about from that draft, but he's the first one that came to mind.
Good for him. Shout out to him to coming to your mind, because I tried to push him away.
I think
from my
Corey
memory
Coleman was in that
altogether.
run too.
Let's
I
just
think you're
stop while
correct.
we're behind.
I gotta look that up, man.
So, I mean, yeah, I would love to trade for Garrett Wilson. I think maybe we put the slow draft on and just see where people are drafting, and then maybe after that Atlanta Falcons pick, readjust. Like if they take a wide receiver, then maybe the panic button hits a little bit. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah, I think
Sure
that's
does.
smart. Like how it works in a regular draft.
Yeah. So let's do that. Starting this off. Kyle Hamilton. Okay, cool. Good job, Jakes. Hutchinson. Stingley. Matt Gardner. I think we're going to be okay.
Laquan Treadwell was another one in that draft.
Thank you, Luke. Okay, so we got Trayvon Walker. Charles Cross. I think, is Evan Neal still on the board? Yeah,
Zach,
so
Zach, can you scroll up for a sec?
yeah.
I like the Houston needs every position.
Yeah, I know. Quite the shot by Pro Football Focus. That was unneeded. They don't need a quarterback. At least take that off the board. Okay. I don't think Seattle's going to take a wide receiver.
Mm-mm.
The Jets are listed as needing a wide receiver, and if this was real life, I don't think there's any chance to take one.
No.
I agree with you. I'm sorry. I know we're talking about Packers, but do you think there's any chance Seattle grabs a quarterback at 9? Do you think they reach it all?
I think there's a chance. Maybe. I think there's a chance. It depends on who Pete Carroll wants, because I do think they want to rebuild with Pete Carroll / reload. And they're kind of trying to remake that Super Bowl season with a rookie quarterback and then building around him. So I think that's a good call, actually. I'm going to resume this for at least the Seahawks pick here. I'm assuming it's going to be Evan Neal. It's not. Okay. What is going on?
I would love if we could get Evan Neal.
Yeah, no shit. What do you guys want to do? Do we want to ride it until after the Vikings pick at 12 and see what's going on? Or do we want to trade up now?
I'm thinking ride it personally.
Luke, you too?
Sure. From Trevor's logic to start the show, that makes sense.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah, there it is.
Fuck you. Thank you,
Yep,
Chet.
figured that would happen. And Drake
Come
London.
on.
All right.
Told you, here comes the
Okay.
run.
Well, we can't trade with the Vikings, so they're not going to take a receiver anyway. Okay, so
I was
now
gonna die if they took Chris Olave.
see that's the thing. So now we're looking at it. So I would say, I mean, it's Jamison Williams and Chris Olave, and I think they are typically going in the, 15 to 18 area. Do we want to trade up to get our pick?
So
Again, I don't think Houston would draft them, but I don't know.
So here's a question that I'm wondering, just based totally on Houston, needs every position. Does it make sense
Mhm.
for Houston to trade back to get more draft picks?
Yeah, I think so.
So
I,
I'm
w- I
almost,
would, I would trade here for sure
Yeah.
because I think they need to, and they know they need to.
Okay. So we get 13. Should we offer them 22 or 28?
I'm thinking 2028 if you can, right?
Okay.
Why not? Say, hey, oh no, never mind. I was thinking we were trading with Las Vegas. I was gonna say, hey, throw us a bone, but
Even if we offered our first, second round pick, there's only a 63% chance this is going to be accepted. If we, who's a player Houston would want?
Randall Cobb.
Amari Rodgers.
You miss them, you need them.
I bet they'd like Whitney Merciless back too.
I'm sure they would. Packers are so thin. Just looking at this,
Yeah.
there's no one who's expendable. They don't even have what's going on. They don't even have Rasul Douglas as a cornerback. Is he off the table? That's true. They don't. Okay, whatever.
I say we try the first and the first second with the 28th. Just see what happens,
Okay.
YOLO.
It doesn't look like it was accepted.
Good fucking going, Trevor.
We blew it. Damn it. I'm so embarrassed.
Power move. 28th and 59th. No. Maybe a second next year. I just don't know. That 22 seems like, if somebody falls the right way, could it almost be 59 and 92? Would that even do anything?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be pretty loaded, I will say, because that's the third and the fourth, right?
The thing is,
Yeah.
Zach, you just going through the roster there, and you just mentioned there's just no depth at all. So are
No.
the Packers willing to give up 3 picks to get one player?
Packers are not. I can
No.
tell you that.
Yeah.
I should say, are we willing to do that?
Probably not. I think because if we get past Houston, I don't think Baltimore or the Eagles will draft a wide receiver. So here's my thing. Are you okay drafting either Jamison Williams or Chris Olave?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, so I think we write it out until the Saints pick, and then we try to trade for this with the Saints.
At this point,
Come on.
I'm fine with getting a receiver who's a number one receiver who's not known for run blocking as their biggest strength.
Take a
I
lot.
agree. Evan Neal, that makes
Oh.
sense for them.
Devin Lloyd.
And
I would
we're
trade
still
right
good.
here for Olave. I think that's pretty
Yep.
solid place, right?
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Okay, so I mean,
I went downhill real quick. 59th, yeah. That seems fair,
they're
right?
down to clown. I mean, is it fair? I want them to sweeten the pot. Can I
We want Blake Bortles.
Yeah. Yeah, we want a 194.
Do they got Blake? We need him.
We want Blake Bortles.
Did it go up?
Blake,
Excuse me.
It did. Blake
Oh
Bortles.
no, it didn't.
Blake Bortles and a pick. We're taking a haul.
Okay, we need Blake Bortles. 120.
I'd say shoot for that, and then we can go back to 161. Fall on it.
Oh, not resume draft. Offer trade.
Bastards.
Excuse you. Okay, we'll
It does
get
make
Blake
sense.
one way or
1%.
another.
It does make sense for how valuable Blake Bortles is.
Man. Okay. Bud. Okay. 161,
And,
but
and
we get Blake
194.
Bortles.
And 194 for denying the previous trade.
That's right.
Fuckers.
Damn it.
What's their deal? The gall.
They love Blake
Yeah.
Bortles.
Okay, we got it.
Okay,
Woo.
there we go. All right, now
Okay.
let's take Raymond, right?
Yeah. We need another quarterback for Blake to train.
Okay, so just in review, obviously, without Blake Bortles, is that a realistic trade?
I think it is. Like I think the Saints need as many rookies as possible given
Yeah.
their salary cap.
Yeah.
And if they're smart, they should know that they're not competing for a Super Bowl this year. Like I feel like they just need to try to outlast Tom Brady and then, build your team for once he retires.
Zach, I've been saying that for the last 10 years, trying to outlast Tom Brady and build a team when he
that's a good
retires.
point.
Come on, Giselle, stop being such a bitch. But he stays home.
Okay, so we got Chris Olave now.
I would say that's a good start.
Yeah.
I agree. And Trevor Penning
Damn.
right after. Motherfuckers.
Let's
Okay.
trade for him.
Remember, we have pick 22. So once it comes up, we can decide if we want to trade back or not. I don't know who I would be targeting right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'd agree.
But we can just let it ride. Kobe Dean, I'm fine without him. First quarterback off the board. Okay. So now,
I know who Luke and I both want by that face.
Jordan Davis is enticing, man.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, for some reason, I thought you were both on Sam Howell. I'm like, come on.
No.
Jordan
I mean,
Davis
that is a
is good.
specimen. Look at that man.
Jermaine's fucking good.
I like Andrew Booth, too.
Last chance Jermaine's not supposed to be here. But Jordan Davis is good too. He's do they have his 40 on here?
He looks a lot
Davis
like...
is a one-trick pony, but it's an impressive trick. I mean,
He
fair
is
enough.
a giant pony.
He looks like Tyreek Hill.
He does. he kind of does.
That's all I'm saying.
John
just don't know how
Henderson
it
plus
fits.
30 pounds.
Is that what it said?
Yes.
Fair enough. Good.
Yo,
Someone had a fun day
the
at
only
work.
question is, with him and Tadarius Slayton, who's going to do the breathing? We're going to need like extra oxygen tanks.
They're going to have to be pumping oxygen into Lambeau Field.
No kidding. Is there any chance we could convert Raymond to guard? Probably not. 6'6".
That edge, I can see that though. Jermaine Johnson there. I mean, I like Jordan
really
Davis a
good.
lot. It's enticing, but again, only being able to be in the game for like 3 plays at a time, that does hurt you a little bit.
What's our next pick
He
after this?
performed well at the Season Bowl too.
I was just about to say we're going to draft him now if he performed at the Senior Bowl.
Zach, what's our next pick after this? 53?
We got 53 still in the second.
There's no tackle here, huh? But besides Raymond.
Right, and again, T-Rex arms, I don't think it's going to work. But what we could do is draft a guard and then move Elden Jenkins to right tackle. And for that, I would draft Zion Johnson, who's really good.
Or are you thinking maybe trade down, see if you can trade down like 3 picks? Do you think that, or do you think just take anybody anyways at this point?
That's like, if we trade down, it depends on who you want. Like, if you want Jordan Davis or Jermaine Johnson, I don't think we have a chance if we trade down because I think they will go here and here. Or Bills. So if we want either of them, I wouldn't trade down. But if we're wanting Traylon Burks, if we want Zion Johnson, if we want to trade down further to get Leo, like we could do that.
Zach, I want to ask you this because obviously you have experience with offensive line. What's the transition process between your guard in college and going to a tackle in NFL, or tackle in college going to a guard?
it's completely different footwork and the responsibilities are completely different. But like the biggest reason why tackles transition to guard in the NFL is because they don't have the length or they don't have the footwork to stay in front of those freaks at edge rusher. Bernard Raymond has the athleticism. He just doesn't have the length. We saw Tevin Jenkins, who I loved last year, who's a left tackle. I wanted to transition him to guard because he just doesn't have the footwork to stay with those edge guys, but he's nasty, wide. Usually they're built like Elden Jenkins. They're just wide and then go, north and south super well.
Okay.
But in terms of what the transition is, it's mostly mental, really.
Here's one more question for both of you guys too. Now that like Khalil Mack's out of the NFC North, there's not many pass rushers that scare you in the NFC North, right? Do you think Packers take that into consideration at all for trying to move
Probably.
players around?
I could see them transitioning to more of a run blocking offensive line,
Yeah.
even with Aaron Rodgers.
I'm
Which I
kind of
don't
leaning
disagree with.
guard a little bit. Obviously, edge rusher is not nice, but I'm thinking later on in the draft, in the last one we did, there weren't a whole lot of great offensive line prospects that you liked that late, right? Compared to like
No.
edge
Third round, maybe third to fourth round, there's Max Mitchell, who's a really solid tackle. That's the only other tackle I would be wanting to draft if I were the Packers. There's some good guards, and there's some good tackles who can transition to guard. They're just not day one starters, I would assume, other than Zion Johnson is, I think Zion Johnson would be a top 20 guard day one.
How long is Elden Jenkins out for this year? When did he get hurt?
He got hurt pretty early, right?
Yeah, I think so.
If we're being conservative,
first time or
I
second?
think first.
Yeah, I think you're right, Trevor, the first time.
If we're being conservative, let's just say he comes back in October.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, you can get by
Mm-hmm.
in this division. Packers really, they should win the division, right?
Yep.
So, okay, so what do we want to do? Do we want to draft one of the defensive linemen here, or do we want to trade back for possibly defensive lineman, possibly Treylon Burks, possibly offensive guard?
I mean, I'm in the mindset that we need offensive linemen, right? We don't have a consistent right tackle. I've been saying this for a while now. If you guys think, that who'd you say, Max Mitchell, if he's going to be available late, later on in the draft, and I mean, you think you can play, maybe you take a gamble here on a Jordan Davis or I don't know.
There's also the Bills are interested, it looks like. Is that what this means? Oh, yeah. Bills, Saints, Giants, and Vikings are all interested to trade for this pick if we wanted to.
So that means one of them's probably going for Jordan Davis, I'd assume, right?
Yeah, we could get our pick back at 28 from the Saints if we wanted to.
Or what if we go with the Bills move down to 25? I don't know. That'd be interesting, but I'd probably go edge rusher. Your team owner. Well, little do they know. We have 100 team owners.
Is that equal? Do we want to do that? We get
but then
25
we get a
and
third round
89.
pick. We know we don't do well with those, right?
That means there's no pressure. We can just
It's true.
say fuck it.
I feel like that's a fair trade. We know we don't like those conditional picks anyways, so
no, hate them. Need to get rid of them. Okay, so let's do this. Trade accepted. Let's see what the Bills do with it. They're gonna just take the guy we want. Jermaine, yeah. Jordan Davis. Cowboys pick. Fuck you! Cowboys, we don't need him. Okay, so what are we doing here?
Sam Howell, no.
Do we
Andrew
just trade
Booth
out
Jr.
again?
I haven't looked much into him. What are your thoughts on him? Because obviously he doesn't usually fall this far.
Yeah, I think he's good. I just don't think the Packers care to draft him. You know,
Do we keep
like
trading back until we can't trade back anymore?
we can like Booth is a starter, and I don't think the Packers want to draft a starter at cornerback. You know,
So why are we not talking about the guy from Michigan, Ojabo?
he just tore his Achilles.
Missed that.
Yeah, he's the one that they tore his Achilles on pro, and they just moved the drill.
That's right.
Which whatever. Like yeah, there's good players. I don't mind Bernard Raymond. I would much rather he plays guard, but he would be a massive guard. Traylon Burks, we could just double up at wide receiver, or we can try to trade back into early second and get one of those receivers. Kenyon Green's good too, actually, at guard.
I feel like at this point we might as well trade back, right? Because to your point, like Kenyon Green or another one of those wide receivers would make sense, but they want 64? Hell no. Screw you, Broncos.
Yeah, we want to trade with them.
I hate the Broncos, by the way.
I like the Broncos. They were my favorite team when Mike McCarthy was the Packers head coach.
Force a trade with the Saints. They can take Sam Howell.
Just keep going back. I would want pretty early. So yeah, I would say Texans, New York team, or Jags. Jets are dumb. Let's see what the Jets offer. So we give them 25. We want 35 and 38.
And how about 69? It might help.
We could try that.
Might as well, right? We can offer him again.
Good going, Trevor.
Damn it, dude. You talk to him. We could do 35 and 38 for 25 and 53.
Make him give us 69 too. We're not doing two for, oh wow.
In all honesty, if you take away those two that you just added and just 35 and 38 for 25 and 53, that kind of feels like a fair trade, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah. But
we want
too
more.
willing.
We're greedy.
We want the Vikings pick just to say, haha. Okay, both?
Carolina and Minnesota, yeah. Give them a 258th.
Yeah, we don't need it.
Oh, that didn't do anything.
Dang it.
You can have the garbage Chicago pick.
Okay, let's try this. I guess we're kind of going a little bit crazy.
Hey!
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a win for the Packers.
Okay, Jets, let's see what you do with it. Take someone stupid. Take Sam Howell.
Damn.
Okay. Good pick by them.
Agreed.
Jabo. Okay, we got a little bit here. Whoops. Can you pick it? Okay. Chiefs got the stubby-armed guy. And him. Bengals good. They got a wide receiver, just what they needed. This is too realistic.
Oh,
shit. I was hoping Kenyon Green would drop, actually.
Trade back?
Okay, we're good. No. We got 20, 25 picks.
So the name that immediately sticks out to me is Skye Moore.
Yeah.
He's a returner too, you said, right?
I don't know about that. He's a good receiver. I don't think it said anything about him being a...
Maybe I'm biased because...
He played defensive back and quarterback, so we know we love guys that can do multiple things.
We love putting guys in positions that they're not supposed to be playing.
Shades of Julian Edelman. Is he white? I mean, he's a good route runner. He's short, but he's not small. Okay, that makes sense.
So, but what does he give?
He's a slot guy, though.
What? Yeah.
No, he's not. What are we talking about? Shades of Julian Edelman. He's a shifty guy who's smaller, low catch radius, but doesn't matter. He has the ability to be a route runner, and he was productive, but it was at Western Michigan.
So
I think he's a good player, though.
Maybe I'm way off on this, but is he a little like who's the guy that the Cardinals drafted last year out of Purdue?
Rondale Moore.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair comparison. Jahan Dotson's good as well. I thought he was bigger than he was. But he's good as well. And I don't think it's a reach.
I was thinking, what if,
Hall's
one
a
of
stud.
those guys near the top and then take, a Dotson at 38 or a Skye Moore at 38 if they fall? Would that be within the realm of possibility?
Yeah. Who would we want? I don't like Mafe.
What don't you like about him?
He's just kind of slow off the snap, I feel like. I don't know.
I know
He
we
just kind of
talked
has like
about
cemented
we
shoes.
talked about Benito last time. Is that a guy?
Here's a question.
He's
Um,
small but
sure.
good.
Here's a question. When, I mean, you're an NFL GM for any team. When do you stop taking positional lead and just start taking best player available?
I think when you're confident with your starters,
Yeah.
in my opinion, which the Packers still have holes. I don't mind going Leo. Benito's fine. Again, he is a one-trick kind of pony. He's a speed rusher. He's small. Same with Brian Asamoah, different position, but that Oklahoma speed, small type of player. Dotson, Drake Jackson is hurt, I believe, but he's good. Logan Hall is like extremely versatile defensive lineman. Kind of undersized, but he plays inside. George Pickens is who Andy Herman and all the people who don't know what's going on like.
Maybe then
And
we
then
take, to your
Marquez Valdez
point,
Scantling.
a wide receiver and then that defensive lineman from Houston, right? Because he'll probably be there at 38. So
Yeah,
then
I
if
agree.
you're thinking if you take like a Skye Moore at 35,
Do you guys want Skye Moore or Dotson?
See, that was going to be my question. It sounds like that we want this defense lineman out of Houston. Does it make sense to just wait to see what receivers left?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine either way.
Okay,
But I mean, because we pick right away.
you're right. Yeah, I like Skye Moore.
Okay, let's do it. And here comes the Houston guy. Okay, cool. We're good. Texans won't do it. They don't have the balls. Okay.
interesting. Chanel's still there. That's surprising. Yeah, Logan Hall, you said? That seems
Yeah, Logan
that
Hall.
seems
Or do we want to trade back and take either Logan Hall or
trade back.
Leo?
Why not? Or we
There's
could
a lot
take
of teams
Leo.
interested.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm fine with either. If we're fixing our starters and playing for this year, I would say probably go with Logan Hall.
That seems to
That
make
Kind of an
seems-
sense.
undersized defensive lineman, but
That
he's
seems
good.
about right.
They called Kenny Clark undersized too.
That's true. That's all I need to
Let's see
hear.
whose pro comparison is. Malik
Malik
McDowell. What a good one.
Aren't they supposed to be
he-
making these guys sound good?
Yeah, I don't. They don't
That's what-
compare anybody to anybody good. Who's Leo Chenal compared to?
OJ
Bart
Mayo.
Scott. Fucking head case Bart Scott. Great.
That's what I don't understand about comparisons. I know NBA does this a lot. Like I saw someone compared to Otto Porter Jr. last year in the draft.
Jim McMahon?
Right.
How far back? What are we doing?
Aaron Nagler would like that one.
Yeah. Okay.
What's
Trade
Jahan
back
Dotson? real
Leo
quick?
or what?
What's
who
Jahan
compared
Dotson's
to?
comparison, real quick?
Kendall Wright.
Yikes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that guy from Houston is a pretty safe bet, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't hate it.
Let's do it. Now we don't have a pick till the 3rd. Our normal picks, 89, 92. I'll speed it up slightly because I can't imagine we truly want to trade up, but never know.
Seattle got their quarterback.
Who'd they get?
And Indy got another running back. Real smart. They
What's
got
going
Desmond
on?
Ritter.
What's going on? Jesus.
Seattle got. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Ritter. Sorry.
Tyler Smith. Okay, don't mind how this is. Oh, good. Eagles got their quarterback too.
I guess I can kill some time here. I'll ask you guys a question. I know The Patriots just traded for Devontae Parker. Do you think that's receiver still their number one need in the draft, even with Devontae Parker on the team?
I think. I mean, kind of, yeah. I think they need an edge rusher still as well.
Yeah.
But I think probably those two things, yeah. Mechie. He's been going up draft boards lately too, which is unfortunate. Okay, coming up to us pretty soon. I'd love me some.
A lot of receivers going here.
Yeah, there are. Receivers should start to chill out now. Khalil Shakur. Forgot about him. My apologies. Okay, here we go. Dylan Parham,
Parham,
undersized
right?
guard, but he's really good. But he's like 220. Okay, 311. But I think that's being very generous. He's small. I think he can start day one, but I think there's going to be some obvious struggles in the running game. Max Mitchell's my dude. I think he can start at right tackle right away.
I think
don't
we
mind
take him
Dubes.
then, right? Right tackle. I mean, to your point, we got small, undersized. We got a lot of question marks at this point. Third round, we got a pick at 92 as well. Take what you
Mhm.
know, right? That just seems to be the move.
Would you rather have a rookie right guard and Elton Jenkins at right tackle, or would you rather keep Jenkins at guard and then, draft our right tackle?
I think, to be honest, that's a better question for you to answer as the offensive line kind of guru here.
I will say I prefer the first option there.
Jenkins at tackle?
Yeah. Because
I think
I've said it many times that I think that pass rushers are, if not receivers, they're the best athlete on the team. So you need someone who can play tackle, especially with going to be 38-year-old Rodgers in December.
what I will say about Mitchell, like his question marks, the running game. Like I'm not afraid of him against edge rushers.
Yeah.
Which is good. In terms of which option I'd want, I think in a vacuum I'd want Jenkins at right tackle. But that's just, it depends on who you have at guard. Just I don't know. I think I want Max Mitchell here. I'm willing to gamble by going Parham and then see if Mitchell's there. Otherwise, I don't know what else we would want to draft here.
What about Dubes?
Dubes. I like him. Do we want to go 3 rookies? I'm fine with it.
We haven't gone OL yet, have we?
No, what I'm saying is 89 we take Zach guy Mitchell, and then 92 we take Dubes.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Like that.
See what happens. David Bell, Nick Cross. Okay. So now we could go guard. We could go Dubes, wherever he is. There he is. Who's a stud? I will be transparent when I say I don't know a ton about these defensive players in this area of the draft yet. So Nebraska linebacker sounds good.
Slot cornerback he played.
Yeah, and he's good against the run.
They're going to compare him to like some cornerback. Probably.
What's his?
Compared to Warren Burks.
6'1", 228. He could play nickel. That would make sense to put somebody like that at nickel. Not that the Packers would do that. And who else do we got? A little bit more built. 6'3", 239.
So Damon Clark's more of an inside backer, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Man, was he bad in 2020? If he was benched?
Yeah, I said he was benched for, I would assume, Patrick Queen.
Makes sense.
Okay, so what do we want to double or triple up at wide receiver? Do we want to?
Oh shit, we have 2 receivers already.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'd maybe go Parham then,
Cool.
personally. Although that linebacker from Nebraska is tantalizing.
I mean, anything to get Royce Newman out of the lineup. That just ensures he is gone.
That's the tiebreaker right there.
Yeah. Like, I'm fine with putting Runyon at right guard as well, or left guard, depending on where you put Jenkins. But we got to wait. Oh, not that long, I guess.
Dubes, there goes
100.
Dubes.
About
That
to.
linebacker's still on the board though.
Yeah, if he's there, I think we take him.
For sure.
There he
There
goes.
we go.
Fucking Seattle, man.
And
Seattle. Carson Strong, baby. Mountain West. Oh, it's round 4. We're supposed to get good players.
I think it's a little early for Calcaterra. I think we can get him at 117 if we wanted to take him later. I love Noah Ellis. It's too early for him, but I really like him, and I hope we get him. Oh, we drafted the Houston guy, so I guess we don't need him, though. Zach Tom's tackle, possibly guard, convert.
So, are you guys still thinking at this point, this player is going to start this year?
I would say we're probably looking for depth, possible starter in a couple of years would be my guess.
So I'm thinking corner then.
Yeah, I don't hate that. 55% completion rate, good against the run, good pass. This guy Flott is a slot corner, I believe. Yeah. I like him. He's good. He's one of the better slot corners, not round 1. That's the guy Trevor was making fun of his weight for. He's skinny shaming him.
If we're going the logic, let's get Royce Newman off the field. If we're not putting Jair Alexander as a slot corner, then I'm fine with any slot corner.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, so do we want to go Flott?
Sure.
Whatever. Let's do it. 117. We could go back and take Calcaterra if we do wish. Otherwise, we could go offensive line, it looks like. If we want to make sure.
He fits an obvious need.
That's true. We only need him for this year. If he gets concussed, so be it.
We only need him for like 6 games.
Right. 132. Okay.
You still have that Noah Ellis. I think he's a no-brainer here, right?
Yeah, he's so good. He's one of the better run stoppers I've seen so far. Okay, 161. Mark Murphy, take notes on what you're seeing here. Okay.
Why do you think Zach Tom has fallen this far? Like, if this was a realistic draft and he fell.
I mean, he's hyper athletic. He just has pretty much no power right now. Like, I think he can be a good tackle, but people are trying to make him a guard for the length reasons and stuff like that. Jack Sanborn's a solid linebacker, I think.
I was gonna say, I can't remember. Did we grab a linebacker?
I don't think so. I would take
No.
Sanborn here personally. I think that's a steal in the 5th.
That's also a publicity move for Green Bay because there's gonna be so many Jack Sanborn Green Bay jerseys going around.
Yes. Packers need that money. Now we got 3 7th rounders.
I still can't get over the fact that I saw a Royce Newman jersey at a game.
It's incredible.
Derek Deese went. Dang it.
Damn. Okay. What are we looking at here?
Stonehouse is a great name for a punter.
It is a good name.
But he played in Colorado, so how much can you...
That's true.
Can you put stock into it? You know,
Did Mason Crosby come from Colorado?
He sure did.
Maybe
did
they're best friends.
what
You know,
about
it'd be nice.
John Dixon? Didn't we talk about
I
him?
yeah, I like him. He's a good contributor. A couple 1,000-yard seasons. I think we should be able to get him with the next pick.
Yeah.
Colby Durant is a name too. Sorry, it means nothing, but
That is a good name. What's this guy's deal? Edge rusher from Georgia.
236. That's pretty lean.
I mean, 6 sacks this year, 5 sacks last year. He's productive that year. Only 130
Ooh, look, he
snaps.
had 13 hurries in 2020.
That's a lot. 13 hurries, though, out of 130 snaps is pretty productive. Yeah,
Wait,
he's interesting.
that was funny. Never mind. I was gonna say if you go back to analysts.
Now here's a guy.
No, here's a guy.
Here's got Collinsworth, loser. Okay. Do we want to go edge? Do we want to go special teams running back? Do we want to go special teams linebacker?
As much as I love the name Doug Kramer, it's just like a weird Hall of Fame guy. He's from Illinois too. Like he's been plowing the soybean fields. I feel like edge rusher is probably the move here.
Doug Kramer is
next, right?
It's a strong name like Bart Starr.
Just a second. 49ers got Jason Poe. Son of a
Damn
bitch.
it. In the 6th. That's a steal, but still.
Okay. What do we want? I'll default to you guys.
Hold up. What if the 49ers want to trade with us? If we can get Poe?
That's a good point.
That's a good call, Trevor.
49ers, do you feel like you made a mistake? Has he been complaining ever since you drafted him that he did not want you guys? Won't let us draft or trade for him. Stupid Pro Football Focus.
Get your shit right.
Well, never mind.
Thanks a lot, Collinsworth.
Yeah, I think Adam Anderson for me is a move here. Like it just seems like a safe bet.
And here, this is what I'm thinking. Adam Anderson kind of feels like the best player available. I know from the little I know about this, but just this feels like a spot where you take best player available and fit him in where you need.
Yeah, I mean 7th round too. It's worth a shot to take a pick on a edge rusher from Georgia.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Now I think Nixon's probably on the tail. Dixon.
Yeah.
Excuse
me.
me.
That's probably the move, right?
I think so. And then we go
I don't know
special
what,
teams.
I don't know what waiting 9 picks does for you. Jack Cohn.
Let's see what there is for running
Dicker
backs.
the kicker is there. So that's kind of nice. But
Dicker the kicker. What did I do? How did I do that? That's kind of cool. Okay. I think probably both Baylor guys are here, be my guess. Yeah, so Ebner's a receiving back, returner. Abram Smith's a linebacker, running back who can hit people if we want to do that. Otherwise,
from that alone, I like Ebner more.
Yeah, same here.
Not saying that that's who we should pick, but just off of that analysis.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Can't wait to get like a C- somehow.
They better give us an award for this.
I wonder what goes into the grading.
They graded our trades.
B-? Is it that? How is that a B-? We moved back 3 for 89 to 140.
I don't know. They gave us a D+ for Logan Hall as well, and a D for Float.
C for Calcaterra there. It's interesting. D+ for Noah Ellis.
People are really hating Calcaterra. I mean, honestly, this is the situation that we did. We got Blake Bortles. We secured the bag. And then
we got the number one priority.
Yeah, so we're good. We got our deep threat and outside receiver possibly in Chris Olave. We got Skye Moore to also play outside, kind of get moved around the lineup there.
Do you think
Logan Hall complete?
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but is Skye Moore a guy who can, kind of be that gadget type of player?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he's super shifty and quick and is capable of running all kinds of routes. So I think you can move him inside, you can move him outside, he can do a jet sweep type of thing. I think he's good. Logan Hall, he's like known for his versatility. Like he can play inside or outside. So I really like him. He can get creative with pass rushing rotation stuff on third downs. Max Mitchell, day one right tackle. Parham could be a day one right guard, left guard. Float can be can for sure be a special teams guy. He can be a backup nickel. Calcaterra obviously can be a day one receiving tight end rotational piece there. Ellis is going to stop the run. Jack Sanborn's going to be the future linebacker too. And then we're taking chances here. I like it. I don't know.
Well, and then you look like at where the grades. So like if you go up and you look at the grades, right? So we got Olave, the place where Hall was ranked bad. You talk about that versatility. It's either a good grade or versatility, and or with Calcaterra, we don't need him long term. With Flott, we don't need him now. That's a little more long term. So I feel like the good grades are the good grades, and the bad grades. It's really because other teams wouldn't need them in the same ways that we would. I would say.
I truly don't understand the grade on Ellis. Like the only downside to him, I feel like, is that he can't be an every down player, and the Packers definitely don't need that.
The thing is, how many interior defensive linemen can be an every down player?
Right. Like I understand he needs to lose weight, but we don't need that. Like just be Gilbert Brown for us. Like
Agreed.
come in on first down, plug a couple gaps, and let Devondre Campbell or Jack Sanborn make the tackle. That's what we're looking for.
And also, like, how is the number 130th player taken at 132 a D plus? Like, I understand, rankings aren't everything, but
Sure.
you got him later than he was ranked, and he's a D plus. That just doesn't add up.
Same thing with Flott.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
And Calcaterra, but he's a C, so
I don't know. Whatever. Let us know what you think of this mock draft. Obviously, we did a little bit more trading than we were expecting to do, but hey,
sorry.
I don't apologize. I saw
No.
Blake Bortles. I went and got him, and then
No.
after that, I kind of blacked out.
I apologize because we had to move down because I said move down, and then we lost like two of our guys. So,
I would say that if that happened, Packers draft, I would be very happy with that draft. Maybe that's the bias because we just did it, but I think we can all agree, and I think many people who know football would agree.
It addresses need. We were for sure drafting for need, and we definitely filled those needs. So, yeah, I can't imagine people would be upset. We got Chris Olave for 5 years. We got Skye Moore on a cheaper contract for 4. Yeah, I don't know.
and hey, just tell the Packers media team to spin it, and we will be fine.
That's right. That's right. Apologies for not drafting George Pickens. Everyone who's now on that hype train. Yeah, Luke.
I wanted to say one thing before we leave. We just recorded Buckshots. Go check that out on YouTube. Like and subscribe. We forgot to plug your USFL podcast in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so every Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. There's a podcast inside the USFL for people who are fans of the USFL. Next Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, is kickoff of the USFL. And one of the players in that first game, it's going to be Birmingham Stallions versus the New Jersey Generals, I believe. Birmingham Stallions center Jordan McRae is with me every single week. We are answering questions. We just talked about the USFL rules last week, how that kind of changes things. Obviously, there's a 3-point play. You can throw forward twice. There's a bunch of cool rules. Obviously, onside kicks are now 4th and 12. So from a player's perspective, what that changes for him, there's a shout out to NFL Blitz on the N64 in there. This week, we will be taking you through a game week, something we have not done yet. So respond to any questions or ask your questions on the YouTube video, youtube.com/Flurry Sports. Find it there. Otherwise, find it wherever you listen to podcasts. And then Buckshots is on the YouTube, youtube.com/Flurry Sports. Find that there every Sunday as well. Goodbye, everybody. Listen to all of our things, subscribe to all of our things, share them all. And yeah,
Peace.
Go Pack, go.